LeBron James has never been just a basketball player. Over the course of more than 2 decades in the NBA, he has become one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet, a global icon whose influence stretches far beyond the hardwood. With that level of fame and longevity has come enormous financial success, thanks not only to his historic NBA contracts, but also to an empire built through sponsorships, brand partnerships, and investments. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. By the end of the 2025-26 season, James will have earned more than $580 million strictly from his NBA career. That figure alone would make him one of the highest paid athletes in the history of professional sports. But those career earnings are only one piece of the story. Over the years, James has signed lifetime deals with Nike, become a key face of Beats by Dre, and partnered with countless other global brands. He's invested in media companies, production studios, real estate, and even professional sports teams. All of it has fueled speculation about his personal fortune. Search his name online and you'll quickly find articles and databases estimating James's net worth anywhere between $1.2 and $1.5 billion. Those estimates would make him the first active NBA player to be considered a billionaire. In fact, many outlets have already reported him as such. But according to James himself, the story isn't so simple. During a recent appearance on Complex's 360 with Speedy, James addressed the topic directly. In typical fashion, he mixed humor with honesty. When asked about the billionaire label, James laughed it off. "Google search is a lie," he said. "It's wrong. It's less. It's way less. I just got a couple thousand in my bank account." That's it. It was clearly a joke, but it was also a reminder that much of what circulates online about athletes' finances is speculative. James, after all, has never been shy about using humor to deflect big questions. While the numbers reported on Google might not be exact, Forbes currently estimates his net worth at around $1.3 billion, which aligns more realistically with his career trajectory, endorsements, and business portfolio. James didn't stop there. Continuing in a playful tone, he insisted the real wealth in the family no longer comes from him, but from his children. "My kids got all the money now," he said. "NILs and all that. They take care of me now. I don't have anything. I'm broke." Of course, the idea of LeBron James being broke is as far from reality as it gets. Still, his comments shine a light on a new generation of athletes, his own sons included, who are benefiting from financial opportunities that didn't exist when James was entering the league. Take Bronny James, for example. Despite a freshman season at USC that was cut short after he suffered cardiac arrest the summer before, Bronny's name, image, and likeness valuation has been estimated at roughly $5.9 million, according to On3. That figure places him among the most marketable college athletes in the United States. His younger brother Bryce, preparing to start his college career at Arizona, also ranks in the top 75 of On3's NIL valuation list, highlighting just how much potential he carries, both on and off the court. The James family's financial security extends even further. Savannah James, LeBron's wife, has established herself as an entrepreneur with multiple ventures and business projects. Together, the family represents not only athletic talent, but also business acumen and long-term vision. What makes LeBron's comments particularly interesting is the context of his career. For years, he has openly studied athletes who came before him, especially those who struggled financially after retirement despite making millions. James has often said he wanted to create a different path, one that ensures generational wealth for his family. His investments in media, sports ownership, and business partnerships all point to a deliberate plan to sustain financial power long after his playing days are over. So when James jokes about having a couple thousand in the bank, it's not about denying his wealth, but rather about controlling the narrative. He knows that reports of billion-dollar net worths can become distractions, and he also knows humor is an easy way to shift the focus. The reality, though, is that James has redefined what it means to be a modern athlete. He is not just playing the game at the highest level at age 40, he is also shaping the blueprint for how stars can leverage their careers into lasting business empires. And now his children are following that example at an even earlier age. NIL deals, brand partnerships, and social media exposure have allowed Bronny and Bryce to start building wealth before even stepping into the NBA. That reality, combined with LeBron's ongoing career and Savannah's ventures, means the James family is positioned to remain a financial powerhouse for decades to come. Whether his net worth is $1.2 billion, $1.3 billion, or some figure in between, one thing is clear: LeBron James has created a legacy that extends beyond basketball. His recent comments may have been made in jest, but they underscore the truth that money, fame, and influence now define not just his career, but his family's future as well. The Los Angeles Lakers have sent a strong message to the rest of the NBA. Luka Doncic is the centerpiece of their future. After acquiring him in a stunning midseason trade and securing him with a long-term extension, the franchise has made it clear that every major decision will now be built around the 25-year-old guard. This commitment is rooted in one belief: Doncic has the talent, the drive, and the opportunity to become the best player in the league. Inside the Lakers front office, there is little doubt that he can reach MVP status sooner rather than later. The question many around the NBA are asking is not if Doncic will win the award, but when. Even though skepticism remains among some league observers, Doncic's name is already appearing in MVP conversations. ESPN recently conducted a poll among league executives to gauge expectations for the upcoming season. The results placed Doncic firmly in the mix. Nikola Jokic led the poll with 7 votes, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander followed with 5, and Doncic earned 4, enough to put him in 3rd place. Behind him, Victor Wembanyama collected 2 votes, while Giannis Antetokounmpo and Anthony Edwards each picked up 1. For the executives who backed Doncic, the reasoning was straightforward. With a full season in Los Angeles ahead of him, he finally has the environment to contend for the league's top individual honor. One Eastern Conference executive summed it up clearly: he's in shape and he's motivated. This season represents the best chance Doncic has ever had to capture the MVP award. He reported to training camp in the best physical condition of his career, determined to silence any doubts and prove that Dallas made a mistake in moving on from him. The motivation is personal, but it also aligns with the Lakers' larger ambitions to chase another championship. Offensively, Doncic's impact is unquestionable. His scoring ability, combined with elite playmaking, makes him one of the most dangerous guards in the NBA. Last season, after joining the Lakers, he averaged 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game. He shot 43.8% from the field and 37.9% from beyond the arc. Those numbers highlight both his efficiency and his versatility as a scorer and facilitator. What could ultimately determine his MVP chances is his performance on the defensive end. While he has always been known for his offensive brilliance, the ability to elevate his defense and contribute more consistently on that side of the ball may be what separates him from other candidates. For the Lakers, Doncic's individual success is directly tied to the team's championship hopes. If he plays at an MVP level, the Lakers instantly become contenders in a crowded Western Conference. With LeBron James now 40 years old and still performing at a high level, the arrival of Doncic gives the franchise a dynamic leader to carry them into the next era. The front office believes this is a rare opportunity, a chance to bridge the present and future through one player. The Lakers have built around superstars before, from Magic Johnson to Kobe Bryant to James. Now the responsibility falls on Doncic to continue that tradition. Across the league, Doncic is viewed as a player with generational talent. The lingering question is whether he can turn that talent into team success at the highest level. Critics point out that his style of play has not always translated into deep playoff runs. Supporters counter that he has never had the type of supporting cast he now has in Los Angeles. This season will provide the clearest answer yet. With the Lakers system designed around him, and with proven veterans surrounding him, Doncic has both the platform and the responsibility to show that he is capable of leading a championship contender. The Lakers are betting that Doncic's blend of youth, skill, and determination will carry them forward. For Doncic, the chance to compete for MVP honors while wearing the purple and gold is more than just an individual milestone. It is an opportunity to cement his place among the league's elite and write a new chapter in one of the NBA's most storied franchises. If he can deliver at the level the Lakers expect, the outcome could be transformative. An MVP trophy would validate his rise, strengthen the Lakers' title hopes, and mark the beginning of a new era in Los Angeles basketball. All eyes are now on Doncic. He is healthy, motivated, and positioned for his most important season yet. The stage is set, and the Lakers believe they have found their next true superstar, one capable of carrying the franchise back to championship glory. The Los Angeles Lakers are no strangers to blockbuster speculation, but the latest wave of rumors has focused on one of the biggest stars in the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Milwaukee Bucks forward, who has spent 12 seasons in Milwaukee and led the franchise to its first championship in 50 years back in 2021, is once again at the center of trade discussions. Despite his long-standing loyalty to the Bucks, the conversation around Giannis has shifted in recent months. 3 straight early playoff exits have raised serious doubts about Milwaukee's ability to return to the top. The front office has made moves to strengthen the roster, but the results haven't matched the expectations of a player who is widely considered one of the best in the world. NBA insider Shams Charania recently weighed in on the situation. According to him, Milwaukee will get every opportunity to prove it can still build around Antetokounmpo before any resolution is reached. Charania said, "He's been there for 12 years, so there's going to be that equity given to the Bucks to see what they do during the draft week and free agency. If there is a resolution on Giannis Antetokounmpo, it could be later in the summer. Still, beneath the surface of loyalty, there's an unmistakable sense of urgency. Giannis wants to compete for titles, and his comments in recent interviews highlight a growing tension." In a sit-down with Greek outlet Sport24, he emphasized the need for a bigger role in how the team operates. "To get the best from the team and from me, I have to be a creator. I need to feel I can create. I need to feel I'm part of the team and not just a finisher," he said. "This is more than talk." Over the summer, Giannis showcased exactly what he meant while playing for Greece at Eurobasket. He averaged 27.3 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 4.1 assists per game, carrying his team while also acting as a primary playmaker. The performance underlined his belief that his value extends beyond scoring and rebounding. He wants to control the game and elevate those around him. With Damian Lillard's departure leaving a hole in Milwaukee's offensive structure, Antetokounmpo's request for more responsibility has become even more relevant. The Bucks will need him to step into a larger playmaking role if they hope to stay competitive. But while Giannis is focused on helping the Bucks succeed, he hasn't ignored the realities of the business. He openly admitted he's preparing himself for the possibility of being traded, acknowledging that no superstar is completely untouchable. Pointing to the shocking trade of Luka Doncic earlier this year, Giannis explained, "If my head were in the clouds, I'd say, no way I get traded, I'm Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because I'm grounded, I say anything is possible. You never know." That kind of statement doesn't go unnoticed. For front offices across the league, it signals that while Giannis is committed to Milwaukee for now, he understands how quickly things can change. The Bucks ownership and management know they are under immense pressure to prove they can surround him with a roster good enough to chase another championship. To that end, Milwaukee has tried to act decisively. They brought in Miles Turner to bolster the frontcourt and re-signed Giannis Antetokounmpo, ensuring Giannis's brother stays on the team. But even with those moves, the bigger question remains unanswered. Can the Bucks realistically compete with powerhouses in the East like Boston, Philadelphia, and Miami over the next few years? And this is where the Lakers enter the picture. Los Angeles has always been linked to the NBA's biggest stars, and Antetokounmpo is no exception. Pairing him with Luka Doncic would instantly create one of the most formidable duos in the league, capable of restoring the Lakers' championship pedigree. The challenge, of course, lies in resources. The Lakers don't have an abundance of trade assets. They currently control only one tradable first-round pick and lack the kind of young, high-upside players that other teams might offer. But what they do have is the allure of Los Angeles, the market, the legacy, the brand, and the opportunity to compete on the league's biggest stage. As The Athletic's Sam Amick pointed out, the Lakers and Clippers both held back from making significant moves this offseason to preserve financial flexibility for the future. The most obvious target behind that strategy? Giannis Antetokounmpo. If he chooses not to sign an extension, he could become a free agent in 2027, opening the door for one of the league's most aggressive franchises to make its move. Other teams, and including the Houston Rockets, Brooklyn Nets, and Chicago Bulls, have deeper pools of trade capital. They can outbid Los Angeles on paper, but history has shown that when a superstar signals interest in a specific destination, the dynamics shift. The Lakers have benefited from that pattern time and again. For Milwaukee, the path is clear but demanding. They must prove they can maximize the prime years of one of the game's greatest players. Falling short could not only cost them a championship window, but also lead to the departure of the very player who rebuilt the franchise's identity. Right now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is still a member of the Bucks. He has not asked out. He has not shut the door on Milwaukee, but his words reveal a pragmatic mindset, a readiness for anything. And as the 2025-26 season approaches, the stakes have never been higher. The central question is no longer just about whether Giannis stays or leaves. It's whether the Bucks can build a true contender around him before time runs out, or whether the Los Angeles Lakers will be positioned to make their move when the opportunity arrives.